Okay, I'm here now at Club Melt with my good buddy, Dustin. And Dustin's gonna show you some of the beginner exercise that he uses with the Jungle Gym XT, right?
Yeah, thanks John for having me, and I've got a couple clients I want to introduce you to. Cool. This is Shelly.
Hey Shelly.
And Joe.
Hey Joe.
So they're not really beginners, but we're gonna pretend like they're beginners today.
Okay, cool. So what would be some of the beginner exercise that you might have these guys do?
You know, I want to see every one of my clients doing a pushing exercise, a pulling exercise, a squat, a lunge, some sort of hip extension and back extension.
So a full, well-rounded program.
Total body program, yep.
Perfect. Let's see
first one we're going to do is a 60-degree body row, working the back muscles. So what you're going to do is it's about 60-degree angle, you're going to line it up with your hips and then go right into it. So as they're going, they're bending at the legs and they're pulling it to their rib cage area. So this one they're pulling, squeezing the lats, traps, exhaling as they come up. Now if this is too easy or they're looking for a little more excitement, Shelly's gonna show the twist version. This is with the 2 arms. I love this one because you can go alternating right away. Joe's gonna show the 1-arm version. Similarly, but now you're just doing one side at a time. I love this one for really creating a nice waist.
So we call these open-ups at my gym, and we've been doing this for a while, and I bet your clients are the same thing, is that they just love moving a lot more than a typical exercise would.
Yeah, and this thing really, like you said, opens up. It opens up the body, opens up the chest, opens up the abs, so it's a great exercise all around.
Nice. Now how would you progress this? Once they get close to like X amount of reps, what would you progress
15 to 20 reps, if they can do that, they're going to bring their feet in more and go in more of a 90-degree angle, which means the straps will be more vertical.
That's excellent. So right there you got a great beginner exercise, nice strong pulling exercise for beginners, but yet what Dustin did is he opened it up so that now they have a lot more freedom of movement. That makes it a lot more fun and it's perfect for all your clients. Okay, now Dustin just showed us some really awesome pulling exercises. So what do you like to do now, Dustin, for strong pushing exercises?
A lot of push-up variation and fly variations, but we can all do these at 60-degree angles, making it easy for beginners.
Perfect, perfect.
So we're gonna go to 60 degrees, push-up motion, standard push-up, keeping that body nice and long in one straight line. A lot of clients you'll find if they don't have enough core strength, deep core strength, their backs start to arch. So you're gonna really cinch up their waist. So from here, we can go down and Shelly's gonna bring one arm out to the side. Incredible amount of shoulder stability, chest stability, and still core strength going on.
I love that. So it's a side-to-side push-up.
Yeah, exactly, and then we'll go right into a fly. Very versatile. See how many different exercises you can do right from this. And with these being so wide right now, it's really getting a nice squeeze in the chest muscles.
A lot of horizontal adduction, which is something that's unique to the Jungle Gym XT. And getting that wide angle gives you an incredible pull across the midline of your body.
One more cool exercise Joe's gonna show is a 1-arm push-up. So you're gonna push this with one. Notice so much more core stability is required.
Awesome.
We did that twisting motion last time. Why don't we add a little twist in on this one too? So twist.
So even though he's doing a beginner exercise at 60 degrees, they can still have the fun and do an advanced exercise, but at a beginner level.
Absolutely, the movement's the same.
Excellent, excellent. So there we go, we got a nice pull, and now we got great pushing exercises. All right, next what we're gonna do is Dustin's gonna show you some still beginner exercise, but what these exercises are all about is really opening up the body and working a very strong extension through the body. Now, so Dustin, what do you like to do with your clients?
Well, a lot of times my clients come in, they're the hunchback of Notre Dame. They're kind of, sagging, so we're trying to open things up. So what I'm gonna do today is called an angel move. You're gonna start off at 60 degrees. We've been talking a lot about 60 degrees, putting right in your hips. And then from there, we're gonna bring the arms out to the sides. Now I want to first point out, we've got Joe having the wider version. Wider is a lot easier on this exercise, just with the way the mechanics go. And here, we've got him close for Shelly. This is a much more difficult, a little bit more advanced, but we're still at 60 degrees, so it's still not too much.
And the beauty of that is we can change it just in a second.
Instantaneously. So from here, they're going to lift their arms up. We're going straight up. Going on a clock is 3 to 9, all the way up to noon. And in this exercise, you'll see a lot of clients trying to cheat and kind of bring their arms in a little bit because their upper back muscles are not quite ready to stabilize. So really coach them to lift that chest, become nice and tall.
Beautiful. And one thing that we like to do when we do angels is keep everything in a line. So if you look at me from the side, my hands won't be to the front side, but everything will be in one plane, which makes the exercise very strong. I love this exercise. Dustin.
One more thing we can make a little more difficult is they can go all the way down to 6 o'clock on this one, so their arms can go way down, making this a lot more tough, and then coming back up. Good for the shoulders too, to kind of get that range of motion. A lot of people don't have full range of motion in their shoulders.
Big time. So this is basically an undoing of the seated position. Love this exercise. All right, Dustin, so now we did a great exercise there for extension like that. What would you like to do for more of a prone exercise that might get a little core and some arms?
Right, well, we've hit most of our upper body, but now we've got a little bit more triceps hitting that, but again, hitting that core. So we've got 2 exercises for this, is tricep extensions, 60-degree angle again, and then we're gonna go down and then pressing up. So getting nice and low, keeping those elbows tight. Now, one thing you're gonna find your clients trying to do, they're always trying to find ways to cheat. They're gonna be pinching those things together, and they're just gonna have it at one. So you tell them, spread apart a little bit more like that. Now, if that's too easy for them, they would just back their feet up a little bit. Let's back them up about 2 inches, changing the angle a little bit.
Perfect. So just within a couple inches, you made it a lot harder.
Now over here with Joe, what we've done is we've made this wider, and I love changing things up. Just like on a bicep curl, we can move, different ways with the weights. This way, making it wide coming in is gonna hit the tricep a little differently.
Just gives you a little different feel.
So Joe's gonna now drop down, one of my best tricep exercises, and he's gonna go into almost a close grip bench press or push-up motion.
Like a diamond push-up almost.
Exactly.
And because of those being wide, you're not hitting the arms at all, the shoulders, anything. Getting a nice full extension.
And a lot of abs is being worked here. Like I mentioned earlier, your clients are gonna now wanna try to arch their back a little bit. You gotta keep them tight.
So both these last 2 exercises you just did, you're working the whole body, you're getting a full body workout, but yet Dustin's doing a good job of putting a little more focus on maybe the shoulders or the triceps. I love these 2 exercises, nice choices. Okay, Dustin, now we did a great job in the upper body. What do you guys like to do for the legs?
This is a great workout for beginners because, this is gonna almost assist them on exercise that eventually we want to get them past this.
Right on.
So what we're gonna do first is a squat. A lot of our clients beginning, we take it for granted as trainers being able to just do a normal squat, get down past 90 degrees, but a lot of people cannot do that. They're scared, they have imbalances, tightnesses. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start at holding at the rib cage area. You're gonna measure it, again, about 60-degree angle, squatting down, getting down nice and low, you guys can both do it, and then coming up. So the arms are now able to pull just a little bit, kind of used for stabilization, get them boosted up, and gives them that confidence, because a lot of beginner clients do not have any confidence when coming into the gym. So getting low, we can even get past 90 degrees if their knees allow it, and then coming up. So from here, we can make this a little tougher by doing a back lunge. So back lunge, a lot of our clients is a very difficult exercise for them to do. You really want to pay attention looking from the straight on, make sure that their knees are straight, pointing straight ahead, and so are their toes. A lot of times their toes will be pointed in or out.
Now right here, for both the squats and the lunges, we have 3 simple rules that we like to stress all the time. The knees track towards or over the big and second toe. So that's just what Dustin just said, is the knees coming straight forward. You got chest and butt out, that keeps your back strong, and you got weight even 50-50 on both sides. So remember those 3 rules, and you're gonna do all your lunges and squats perfect.
Last one I've got for this is a side lunge motion, working the inner and outer thighs and a little bit of glutes.
Nice.
And we've got 2 different setups here. We've got wide setup here. This is gonna be easier for people, and I'll show you why in a second. And then we've got the close, which is a little bit harder. So let's get into that side lunge position and start doing those. When you do these, coach your clients, you can go alternating, coach your clients to point their toes straight ahead, really sitting back into that heel. So now you can see Joe here, going to the other side. This one's now tight, so he can pull a little bit more if he wants to. Get that little extra pull in there to help them go to middle.
So right there you have a beautiful progression again. Joe's doing a side-to-side lunge or lateral lunge that when he's coming back out of the lateral part of it, he can get a little more assistance. Perfect, nice progression. So then you can put them back together and make it a little more challenging.
Exactly. And again, these exercises, the goal is to eventually not be able to have to use them necessarily for this, and then we can progress to a lot tougher things using these suspensions.
Excellent, excellent, I like these. All right, Dustin just did some great leg exercise. So, Dustin, what do you like to do for really working the hammies and getting nice hip extension?
Yeah, we're gonna do hip raises and hamstring curls. And these are some of my favorite exercises to do on the Jungle Gym system. So what we're gonna do, I love these because it's so easy to get your heels into these. So we're gonna do 2 different options. Let's have Shelly, you're gonna show the first way. So it's like this, and then over here, Joe's gonna put them in a little differently. He's gonna slip them through the straps. Either way is just fine. So from here, we're gonna be laying down on our backs, and this is for the beginners. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna keep these pretty vertical. As we advance out, we can move it farther away. But for now, it's right here. So you're gonna do a hamstring curl, barely lifting the butt up. So we're gonna just lift the butt up about 1 inch. Now we're gonna straighten the legs out and then curl it back in. So this exercise, it can be very, very difficult for a lot of people. My clients cramp up all the time on this one. So if this is even too hard for them, they can drop the butt down and just do the hamstring curl position.
Perfect cue right there. One of the things that you want to do is you want to get the hamstrings to engage, and when you do this, you open up the hip more, you create more balance in the hips, and you don't get as much cramping in the legs, and you don't have as many back pains either. That's a great call there, Dustin.
Another thing is you want to have them pull their toes in towards their shins. Otherwise, they're going to start cramping up their calves. So there she's got the, yep, she's pulling it in. Beautiful job. Now from here, you can keep the legs bent and then just lift your butt up and down into a glute bridge, hamstring bridge, depending on what you call it. You can go as high up as you're able to, but you got to be careful when they come up that they're not arching their back more and they're hyperextending. That puts a lot of pressure on the lower back, and that's not good. So I also want to show one other thing is that we've changed the different widths here. So this is wide, and this is going to really hit the abductors and adductors, as well as a little bit of glutes too, besides the hamstrings. So this is the more advanced version that Joe's doing. Over here, Shelly's doing a little easier version.
So not only when he's doing this curl, but he's also pulling in to get some adduction to the inner thighs. This is a really nice, strong exercise. You can do it for beginners, but you can also do it for advanced levels.
Absolutely.
Awesome. All right, so Dustin is showing you a great full body workout for beginners. So now, Dustin, we're gonna do a little bit of core training for beginners. What do you like to do?
Planks are my favorite exercise for beginner or advanced, but today for the beginner, we're just gonna have them more of an angle.
Perfect.
So what we're gonna do for this one, it's a plank position, similar to a push-up, bringing the arms up and down. So you're just coming from there, bringing them back down. So we'll have Joe do the same thing. So when you notice the body's gonna come down with and then come back up a little bit. Maintain that neutral position in the whole body, nice and long. So from here, if this is getting too boring or you want more movement, we can change it up. And so we'll have Joe do this one. So we're gonna go one arm out. We call this steering the bus. It's a big giant wheel.
I love this exercise. It's a great one. Once again, you want to keep the hands really wide. Make it as big a wheel as you can possibly do. We love to do this one too. You can play with it as you can see what he's doing. So now, Dustin, we also have, Shelly's doing it with the attachments close. Joe's doing it with the attachments wide.
Watch how quickly we just put them together. Wide's easier on this one. Bring them in, now we make it more difficult. Tell Joe's got to work a lot more to stabilize that body.
So right there, you're taking an exercise that at the 60-degree angle, it's for beginners, but then you can have it made easier even, having the attachments wide, and then you can just as quickly bring them in to make it harder for a beginner still. So this is a great exercise, Dustin. I really like this a lot. It's full body, yet you're getting tons of stability in all the different sections of the body. I love this exercise. Nice call.
Thank you.
All right, Dustin just did a great job giving us a great full body beginner workout, of which we want to give a nice high five.
Woo! Great job.
Shelly and Joe, they did an awesome job. Dustin, my man, you did an awesome job laying out a nice program for beginners. What would you say the biggest benefits for the Jungle Gym XT are?
I love the ability to move this back and forth. I love the quickness and easiness of getting your heels or toes into the straps. And then just the overall look of it, the feel of it, and this door attachment is awesome.
Cool. So right there, you got it. You got a nice, simple workout. Excellent benefits for this product. Hope you join us. I hope you like the workout.